Hello YouTube and welcome to Synthetic Oil Info. My name is Tom Brown and I'm an independent AMSOIL dealer. And in this video I want to talk about an article that appeared in the December 2013 issue of Lubes and Greases magazine that has to do with the way that truck companies are using lighter engine oils to improve their fuel efficiency. You know, for a long time now, most truck fleets have used 15W40 diesel oil. And just recently, we've started to see a move to a lower viscosity or lighter oils down into the, there for a few years now, we've had some 5W40s. And then we've seen some people drop down into the 30 weights, like a 10W30 or even a 5W30. But there has been a fear among many that as you drop down into those lower viscosity oils, that you're going to have equipment failures because the oil is not thick enough or robust enough to lubricate these very, very large and powerful engines that are used in over the road line haul trucks, and even in your Class 6 straight trucks, trash trucks and gravel trucks and delivery trucks and all kinds of trucks you see running around everywhere. Well, thankfully, there is a lot of movement in that direction to improve the quality and the robustness of these lighter oils to allow people to move down to them to improve their fuel economy. And one of the things I was reading in this issue of Lubes and Greases magazine today was that the research that they have done says that, when you measure where all of the energy goes when you consume a gallon of fuel in a big truck, we're talking about like an over-the-road line haul Class 8 truck, anywhere from 13 to 16% of that energy that is produced by the combustion of the fuel is lost. It is lost through thermal inefficiency of the engine. There's a lot of heat going out of the exhaust pipe, and all of that heat going out of the exhaust pipe is lost energy. And there's also frictional losses, and that's what we really want to talk about in this video, and that's really what this article was about, was how can we reduce those frictional losses. Those frictional losses are through the entire drivetrain of the truck. You've got an engine that is rotating, so you've got pistons that are going up and down inside the cylinders. There's friction there. There's friction with the crankshaft rotating. There's friction with the camshaft rotating. There's friction inside the transmission with all the gears rotating in there. And then there's friction in the final drives or differentials. So you've got frictional losses there. And finally, you have lubricating frictional losses out in your wheel bearings. So a simple way to think about this, my son and I were talking about it this morning. If a lubricant heats up as you operate or drive your vehicle, your truck, car, whatever, you are losing efficiency because that heat buildup inside of those bearings and inside of those gears and those gearboxes and the crankcase is lost energy. That is not going to the tire that is propelling the vehicle down the road. So we're trying to minimize that. Well, the scientists have done a lot of testing recently to try to figure out this whole issue about whether we can go to lower viscosity oils, and not just in the engines, but in the transmissions, differentials as well. Because anywhere you can reduce that friction, you can increase your efficiency and increase your fuel mileage. But the one thing, a couple things they figured out is that in modern heavy-duty diesel engines, lubricant viscosity reduction is the single most important thing you can do to improve fuel economy. And so that's why you're seeing, manufacturers, especially over on the passenger car side, we're seeing drops all the way down to 0W20 and 0W16 in the passenger car motor oil market. But we're going to see this drop in the truck market as well. But the key to all of this, when we take those reductions in viscosity, is you've got to step up to a higher quality oil. You know, those very thin oils, when you look at them from the perspective of what the oil was blended like in the past, and even in many, many cases today, those oils are not robust enough to lubricate and protect those engines at the very low viscosities. And so what we're looking at having to do is to go to higher quality base oils, uh, you know, either a more refined or higher quality conventional oil, or move to a synthetic oil. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. You know, the the simplest thing that you can do right now, and you don't have to have any changes in technology, you don't have to put any more equipment on your trucks, you don't have to buy anything else. All you have to do is use a better quality oil in your engine, in your transmission, and in your final drives, and as you grease your vehicles as well. And AMSOIL has you covered in that area because we already have the highest quality synthetic diesel engine oils and gear oils for your transmissions and differentials that exist on the market today. So if you're looking to figure out how can I reduce my fuel consumption and keep more money in my pocket, you know, because one of the other things that was in this article was that on average, truck owners, and you guys know this very well, about 25 to 35% of your revenue gets sucked up into fuel. You know, and whatever you can do to reduce your fuel consumption just puts more money in your pocket every month, every mile. You know, and the changes that are coming in the from the Environmental Protection Agency through the federal government are only going to drive these fuel economy standards even higher, and they're going to drive your emissions output lower. So less emissions, less fuel consumed, and one of the fastest ways to do both of those, especially on the fuel side, is move to a high quality, full synthetic diesel engine oil and gear oil in your transmissions and differentials. You will see immediate improvements. And so it's just, I don't want to say a no-brainer, but it's close to that. You know, you have to change your oil anyway. Your trucks have to have oil in them. You're already buying oil. Go put in a higher quality oil that is going to save you money at the pump, and it's also going to save you money in the shop because you won't have to change this oil as often either. That is one of the big advantages of a synthetic oil, is that it has a longer life. And if you start implementing things like engine oil analysis and oil analysis on your transmissions and differentials, you can extend that life even further and also know what's going on inside of your equipment before something fails. That way you can start doing predictive analysis to say, okay, I know that that truck engine has a bearing that's starting to go bad, or I know that that truck engine is starting to leak some fuel into the oil or has a small antifreeze leak. And so you can start scheduling when you're going to take that truck out of service, as opposed to having it break down on you on the side of the road somewhere in the middle of nowhere, where you have to pay a lot of money to have it towed and fixed when it's not, you know, in your best time frame. So give us a call, contact us through either Facebook, Synthetic Oil Info over there, or here at YouTube, Synthetic Oil Info. You can send us a message here. Go to our website, MinutemanPerformance.com. It's right here on the bottom of the video. At our website, you can also get our phone number and email. And so we would love to help you figure out how you can get better fuel mileage, protect your equipment better, make it last longer, and reduce the amount of money you're spending on maintenance. So I want to thank you for stopping by and watching this video today. Please give us a call. We can give you a leg up on saving money at the pump. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.